identity, you literally have to have some culture for your own personal side, right? So, talking about this identity, how have you really leveraged that into what you are doing right now?
Okay, I think that sounds like structure.
Structure, yeah.
Right? Okay. Structure is very, very important in every business and also for our personal lives, because your identity, like you said,
Matters a lot.
yes, it matters, and it also reflects in everything you do. So I will start by saying it's good to be organized. Even though I wasn't really like the most organized person, right?
Really, like,
You know, I'm the type of person that when I get home, I can just fling my shoes, you know, and all of that. Really, yes, I had to start learning, you know, that everybody has their identity, right? And that's what makes us unique. And even sometimes psychologists have said that, like, people who sometimes try to just put things here and there because, like, there's a way your brain works too fast and you are not able to maybe slow down sometimes. But when it comes to business, it's a different thing altogether.
Very, very.
And your structure determines how serious people take you. And I will just start by saying a few tips. It's very important to structure your itinerary. I before becoming a founder, I really didn't know the importance. You know, I would say I didn't know. I didn't know. I would say I didn't know, but it got me to see more like how you have to plan your calendar. Like if I show you my calendar and you see all the things you have to do, right? You have to have this all planned out, meetings, you know, because the key thing about business is meeting people, talking to people about what you do. And you have to structure how you're able to meet them, how you're able to organize yourself to approach them, and make sure you check you have all these reminders, notification activated, and seeing how you're able to plan yourself, like your email notification should be like your text message. Maybe it just depends on the business you're doing. So even if your WhatsApp, if you think that your customers are coming from there, it has to be very, very close to you so that you can be able to respond timely. You're able to respectfully engage people and not bring emotions always into your business, and things like that is going to help you make more impact.
More impact, yeah. So I want to say something about myself, because let me just say,
you didn't expect that I would be wearing my shoes.
Because
I look so organized. Yeah, because we're in front of the camera.
So because this is a true section and something really impactful. So when talking about identity, so I learned more about communication culture. That is very, very important, and how to delegate things. Because you don't just go into, you heard about this business and you want to go into this one. Then you're doing this one, you heard about another one, you want to go into that one. Then you're doing that one, you heard that one and you're going into another one. So, what do people know you for?
Yeah.
Right? What do people know you for? Yeah. So, because I was the kind of person that was doing that. I do this, I do that, I do this. I'm not going to finish this one, I'll jump into another one, I'll not jump into another one. So, I told myself, Uche, you really need to do something that people will know you about. Do you want to be an influencer? Do you want to be a tech entrepreneur? What do you want to be? So I told myself, this is who I want to be. This is what I want to be. So I agreed on that, I agreed with myself. What do? I started creating a team for myself. I told myself this is going to be actually hard, right? It's going to be hard to get people to do something that you must be paying them for, right? So, talking about the creative capital, this is actually the wisdom that I brought out for myself, right. And I believe other people would want to also hear it. So, I have to say, capital was a bit constraint for me.
That's financial.
The financial capability was a big constraint for me. But I thought about it in a way that I don't have money. Let me do something out of my comfort. Let me do it out of my comfort zone. I don't have to be comfortable to be doing things. Let me do it without that money. Whether I have money or not have money, let me do it without capital. So I use my creativity, communicate with people. If I know how to talk, let me communicate. Right? And get other people to talk. If people can listen to it and understand it properly, we teach the world. Educate the world. Do more things on this space. Right? So you studied computer science. You studied computer science, and you also learned a digital marketing skill, right? And you're having this movement right now. Okay, do you see how that's already scaled into your digital marketing?
Yeah.
Now I think you're putting that digital marketing into this.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that digital marketing mindset, you're not going to be running all the events that you were even thinking about running. Yeah. Right? Now I have my presenter here, which is Justina. Yeah. She's a spoken word artist. Wow. Right? And there's something with the first day we meet, we spoke about something. I told her, how can you make this your talent? How can you showcase this to people? How can you make money out of it? How can you make it to be the global stuff? You understand? And he told me a lot of things about it. Which I said I get too. So I want you to elaborate more on that. You have a talent. Yeah. I know that people out there watching this also have talent, skills, and all these things. So on the business aspect, how can we actually put our skills in a way we can actually make money from it? How can we leverage our talent in a way we can make money from it? Have you had that thought before?
Okay, so I don't believe in theoretical talks. I'm just going to be saying and stating my personal experience, okay? Because I want to be able to relate with whoever is listening. When I started, there wasn't fund as much as expected, right? So the truth is that I was working. I had to work. I had to use my pay, use my salary, and support what I was doing at the time. The truth is, I couldn't have been unwise to abandon everything, starting and just saying passion will feed me, passion will. No, that's not wisdom. So I worked, I earned salary, and I fueled my money into what I love. And the truth, I made a video on my page, that was some time ago, I think 2 years back, and I was saying to my audience, people don't care how much you are talented, people don't care how much you have, and by how much I mean how much of investment you have in your skill sets. People don't care. And the moment they begin to see that you are serious in what you're doing, they invest. The truth is that when I started, family, right, friends were just thinking I was doing it for fun. But the moment they became serious, even my dad became a sponsor. Wow. The moment I became serious, my dad became a sponsor. So you just have to start whatever it is you are passionate about. But don't be unwise to abandon everything. You need money. No one should deceive you. Money is very important for whatever it is you decided you want to become. So you work for a few months, depending on how convenient you think it is. Okay? And besides, the essence of working is not for just working. The essence of working is so that you don't go dependent on others and you don't get disappointed when people don't turn up for you. Because the truth is, everyone is looking out for themselves. That's the honest truth.
But we're not talking about communication here. We're not talking about communication here. right? Because communication in business is actually something very, very important. So
Yeah.
you have to know, are you speaking to influence people? Are you speaking to inform? Right? So we want to know, like, we want to know, right? This question is actually for everybody. Right? For me, whenever I'm speaking, I speak to influence. Whenever I'm speaking, I speak so that every other person that is maybe that is in the background, or you that I'm speaking to, I speak to influence you from what I have in my mind. So when I'm discussing with some people, a lot of times I've gotten that motivational speaker. You understand? So whenever I'm talking, I talk in a way that people can understand beyond what they should understand. You understand? So what do you think about that in business aspect?
Okay, in terms of
Communication,
communicating
communicating
to your
influence,
clients.
yes, or
Be-
to inform people.
Yes, in business, I think everything, the way we look at it, is also marketing. Everything translates to either sales or it has to convert people to get to follow what you're doing. So every communication you're making when it relates to business, it has to convert to something.
Yeah.
Right, so it's either, like you said, you're influencing people to, be knowledgeable about something, or you're actually getting them to come and buy at the end of the day. At the end of the day. So buying means it could be your service or a product. So right now you're probably, so right now,
You're distracted. How would you be talking?
You should keep talking.
You have to cut this
We
part.
will have cut to your side during this time as she's talking. You should
Just
keep guys.
Okay.
let's go with that again. Huh?
okay, yeah, so I was saying that,
Okay, let me just ask you. So are you talking to influence or are you talking to inform people? Right? So how do you make people remember what you say when it comes to business? How do you keep them updated on what you are doing? Right? So how do you communicate with your clients? Because that is a very big problem right about now.
okay, I will say that what you're saying is more like branding.
Can you brand yourself?
How can you brand?
And to get the question clearer, how does he communicate? As to what aspect exactly? Is it in the patronage aspect, like you're convincing them to want to patronize whatever service or product you're selling or rendering?
Okay.
Or you're just talking of marketing?
Talking about marketing.
It sounds like marketing.
Talking about marketing.
Yes, how do you market your skills?
How do you market your
How
skills?
do you market your product? How do you market your service? And it all starts by acquiring the right knowledge.
That's
So
actually.
once you don't have the knowledge, you struggle. And the truth is that when it comes to branding, you have to learn, and especially when you don't have a lot of finance. But if we're talking to people who are a bit more established, it's good to hire people to do some of this job for you, to be able to give you the right impact you're trying to make, because as a business owner or a founder, you don't have to be doing everything about your business by yourself. Well, if you're just starting off, you have to understand the core details about what you do, how it's going to impact people, how it's going to be beneficial for the people, and what you're doing differently. And you have to now create out a space for yourself to be able to let people know that you are the right person to, you need to have an audience.
Because if you cannot even delegate things for your own self, or if you cannot delegate things, what can you do for other person?
Yes.
If you can't even organize yourself or coordinate yourself, how can you coordinate with another person?
Yes.
That's very, very nice.
So I think it goes a long way to say that let's not just jump into businesses.
Just by copying things from
Yes.
AI.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down and understand what is it. I mean, in all the businesses, you can create out something out of it. Like I started by saying that there is nothing now you want to go into that someone else is not doing. The way we were trained, studying IT, we learned that most times innovation, the way we see it, doesn't always come because you created something from not just from the beginning. You have to leverage on what other people are doing, and that's why networking comes into place. Once you're networking with people within your community, within your states, you get to see what people are doing, how you can come in to now, create happening from your own idea and get other people, because when you create and you create and you create and you create, who is going to use all this?
Yes.
So I think that these things come very handy when we are thinking of going into a business and when we are thinking of how to market the business. You have to find out something for yourself. You have to define your audience, because you don't have to start going to speak to everyone about what you do. You need to know who is the right audience. And I asked you that question once we started, so it gives me a good idea of who we're speaking to, who our audience.
So, recently I met with a woman in Port Harcourt, right? It's the Brenda. So,
oh yeah, she's an amazing person. And
yeah, we spoke about a lot of things about this, and she told me that identity matters a lot. Identity matters a lot. If you're in business, you actually have to know what you're doing. Know who you are, and that's your aspect. Know who you are, know what you are actually providing, what you are bringing to the table for people. Because investors will just come and sit down and listen to you saying what doesn't even make sense. Because a lot of individuals, when you hear them speak, you're hearing AI speak. You are actually hearing, because a lot, even they want to talk, they will have to have something to speak to you. Even when they come to an event, they have a phone on their hands looking at what the AI. You understand?
So in this case, I feel like identity is best formed from why you are doing what
Why you are doing what you're doing,
Thank
your knowledge.
you. That's just it.
So yeah, that's actually the drive.
Exactly.
The drive.
And when it comes like that, you see every other thing transforms. That's why someone cannot say this is the best business, or maybe someone say, okay, let me start selling water. Everybody is doing everything, but when you have your sense of purpose, how you want to be able to use it can be anything, but how you want to use that to, make better impacts. You see, it transforms everything. Even without you thinking of the next steps, when you take the first step, the next step is going to be clearer along the road. Come to my mind, who am I targeting? Who do I want to collaborate with?
Yes.
If I go to Garrison, will I just go and walk into anywhere in Garrison? I'm going to look around. If I'm just